It's fantastic news for our sport.
Okay.
They're part of the sport. They love the sport of
Yeah.
bodybuilding.
Okay,
So
cool.
you no longer have a Wall Street company who is just looking at a bottom line in charge. It's the best thing that could happen. What do they do when they do like episodes of what's it called together?
Oh.
Collaboration?
Yes.
No, like the. Oh, okay. That works.
Yeah.
Chapstick cheers.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a special edition of the King's Court. You know, myself, I'm George Brown. This is Mandus Buckle. But we have a treat. We are with our affiliates, the Bikini Show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's
I
up,
am
guys?
Sarah Lyon.
I'm Camile Periat, and Oreo's here too.
Hi,
Our
Oreo.
mascot.
I remember Oreo.
You slept with him.
Yeah.
Cuddle,
Kind of part
cuddle.
of that.
Reveal his secrets.
We have some big news.
Huge news.
Absolutely.
The Olympia
Mandus, fill us in.
has been purchased. Take it away, Mandus.
Yeah. So AMI was the majority owner of the Olympia, and Jake Wood, most of you guys know Jake Wood as the owner of Wings of Strength, has now purchased the majority share and control of the Olympia. This is the best thing that could have happened to the Olympia, and in turn then will be the best thing that could have happened to our sport. Because what's happened is AMI is a Wall Street company, right? And they're in business to make money. Well, when you're in business to simply make money and it's just about the bottom line, sometimes the thought process of the athletes and everything is secondary to the bottom line. Jake Woods and the Wings of Strength family, because that is what they're like, loves the sport of bodybuilding. They've been huge supporters for the women's side of the division now for nearly a decade. They brought women's bodybuilding back to the Olympia. They've done a fantastic job for the last decade merging with Tim Gardner. You guys see Tim Gardner Productions is, in my humble opinion, I think Tim Gardner Productions are the best shows to go to, the best shows to do if you're an athlete. You guys have done a Tim Gardner show?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And so that was always in conjunction with the Wings of Strength. And Jake Wood was the money man and said, hey, Tim, I want you to put on a fantastic production with athletes being first. And so now he's seen and watched, again, who I think is the best at it, Tim Gardner, do this for 10 years, said, hey, let's purchase the Olympia. And this is just going to be fantastic.
All right, so question, because I'm an athlete, and this is probably what all other athletes want to know, is what does this mean for us?
Well, I don't think very much changes for you guys, except I'm going to expect the purse to continue to rise. Women got even more money this past year based on the fact that he's been a big supporter of all the female divisions. I anticipate a continued increase in the female purses. I think that's just going to be across the board. You're going to see Dan Solomon, I believe, is inked to a 5-year deal. Jake Wood and Dan Solomon are friends, and they're good business partners. So we saw the difference in the Olympia last year with Dan Solomon as acting overhead, and we had Tamer El Gundy was the producer, was a fantastic Olympia. I can't imagine where they're going to go from there, because the first one is just hard because you're changing who's in charge. But
Right.
now that they're going to have a year under their belt and moving forward, who I think we're in for a bigger and better Olympia every single year.
That's
I
great news.
totally agree. Totally agree. And like you said, we see everything that he does with Tim Gardner Productions, and of course how Tim demonstrates such an awesome production. He learned from the best, so now he gets to be on more of that side versus just sponsoring the event. He
Yeah.
gets to be a part of how it's put on.
So Tamer El Gundi's still going to be the producer of the Olympia, and Dan Solomon's in charge. Jake Woods is still just the money, but because he's been so involved in the sport, I believe he's just going to want to continue to do more for the fans and the athletes. And again, this is just my opinion. I believe him looking at it from that mindset is, hey, the fans and the athletes are going to be happier and it's going to be more entertaining for them. So in turn, eventually, it'll make more money anyways, because it is still a business. Whereas Wall Street is usually just looking at how they can cut and look at the bottom line and care a little bit less about the athletes and the fans. So I think that's going to be the biggest difference.
What about for the Expo? Will there be much of a change with the Expo? Because I think last year wasn't there a little bit of like I wouldn't say concerns, but the Expo there was some negative talk about how the Expo itself. Do you think that's going to have a change or an impact on the Expo portion of it as well? I could be completely wrong too.
If we saw just recently, Dan Solomon was on so we know Shaq is now part of the Olympia.
Yeah.
We're just on TNT. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it's the middle of the NBA basketball season. TNT is
Rocking and rolling.
like the head network to run all NBA basketball shows, and Shaquille O'Neal is part of that. They were actually on set there. He was also on he was at the Tonight Show, I believe, a week or two before that. I think you're going to see a lot more people coming back to the Olympia, which means a lot more sponsors are going to be coming to Olympia, and a lot more entertainment and energy coming to not only the stage, but the Expo.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be completely different in the next couple years, and in different all the way around, better.
Exciting.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Sarah, you have some experience working with some of that crew as well on the back end. You've always had nothing but great experiences with them.
Oh, absolutely. They do such a phenomenal job. They really cover everything from A to Z at any show when they're working, specifically more with the women's bodybuilder side. Firsthand, the Rising Phoenix World Championships. Their team's very diligent, very detailed. So I know that he has the right people around him to take on this task.
Well, that's great.
I like the entertainment. You got Shaq, you got A1 list celebrities, and it's bringing more attention to the sport. And we work hard, and if you look at other professional leagues, they get that attention, they get that exposure, so it's good that we're going to be able to get it. And I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy that things are moving in a positive direction, for the league. So
absolutely, we see it progress every month. It seems something new is cooking up, something new is coming about. So excited to see what happens this September in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. You can go to NPC News Online and read the full article. Go there, guys. These are just our opinions. Please, this is not the Holy Grail or the Bible. Go to NPC News Online, read the full article to get some of the other little details. This is pretty much what we see and what we know, what we've read so far. And again, Sarah and I have had experience being around them and working with them for over a half a decade here now, and it's been nothing but positive. So we really look forward to bigger and better things, which is good for all of us. It's all we all want, right? Is more opportunities and see our sport grow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Onward and
absolutely. And
upward.
congratulations to the Wings of Strength team and Jake Wood. And we're very excited for the 2020 season.
Yeah, it's amazing.
For the bikini show,
Yes, King's Court.
Aaron Camille.
And
Court.
from the King's Court.
There you go, Sarah.
Joe
Finish it off. She said, and from the King's Court, George and Mandus. But Maximum Muscle Report. We will see you guys next time.
Long live the king.
Long live.